Yeah, episode 15 of the Necro-Schall base of 5 stuff. The base of 5 stuff kinda doesn't matter at this point. Well, at least the research multiplier is always going to be a thing because it's just going to take, more stuff to make all of this work, except I'm also currently not really limited on that. I'm limited by just not getting much done. But the 5% pollution dispersion modifier kinda doesn't matter because we're just polluting more bases now, and we're gonna get attacked on all sides anyway, so it kinda doesn't matter. I was gonna go push this base, but I haven't got around to that either. I mean, last time we pushed the one that's over here, so that's a little bit safer, but whatever. We've now got, yeah, this is kind of what happened last time. We've now got like nice tiled laser turrets all the way over there, and we've got like a blueprint that will let me slap that down pretty easily and just go fine. And then all of these train stations. So this bottom part now has a train station that just does some nasty chain signal stuff, because sure. And all of these train stations are connected to the combinators, and so I've actually only got, for this entire network, like this is the only train associated with the station that will just go to various different war places whenever they've got enough stuff to be worthwhile. And then the same thing with the light oil train, wherever that is, over here. Yeah, this station here only has one train, and it will just go and deliver light oil to whichever of these stations needs light oil, so that's fine. The thing we do need to do, though, is all of this is kind of sad because the various inputs are blocked on just having too much copper. Which is like, we need to be using this pure copper feed from the bucket miner less, and then need to make sure that we're using all of this runoff copper more, so that everything else gets through. Yes, let's go and do that, and then we can get. Yeah, just need more stuff. Just need to rearrange things. Do I want? I think one of the things I wanted was, I've got 6 of these now, which is kind of nice. I do want just more solar panels, so we're gonna make some solar panels here. Then this needs copper, so this will be other 2. Yeah, we're just gonna start making solar panels, sure. And make me like 2 rows of stacks of solar panels, because I'm gonna need all of that probably. Because these things are gonna stay as batteries for now. I do need more steel, but this is also just one of the things that we're gonna sort out, because I think the first thing to do is, I think the way I want to do this is, I think we're actually going to be attempting to tidy some of this up, perpetually. Like, do I care? I mean, I don't really. Whatever. Let's go and sort this kind of junk out. And I think the way I want to do this is actually doing this properly instead of the kind of disaster method that I did here previously. Because the other thing that struck me is, I'm currently getting less than 2 belts of iron off this train, because I'm getting like the 2 belts here plus whatever runoff comes through the coal. Do I wanna? Yeah, let's. How much do I want to unpick this? Because the main problem is that this. This copper here. I mean, the other problem is that this copper here just isn't getting used. This splitter has never had a prioritization, and that's kind of a big deal. I kind of need to necessarily be using this copper before this copper, so that's going to probably change a lot of things. Do I have? These guys also don't have wall, and I don't think I have any wall. There's this wall over here in storage, that wall, and then this is backed up. Cool. I think I want, yeah, because what just go and just start boxing some of the stone, because I do want... Has this backed up as well? Actually, the stone has also backed up, so it's kind of important that I get this stone out of the way so that the mixed build can continue, which is pretty hilarious. But I also need the stone, A, for wall, so let's do that. Let's just do that slowly. Like a bulk of the wall can go in here. This can happen slowly. We'll get some more wall out here. I need stone because part of what I want to do is upgrade this bit of the mixed build. We're gonna triple the throughput of the mixed build, roughly, but to do that I need more furnaces, and I don't think I have a lot of spare furnaces. All of that is kind of an aside, because what I really need to do is get this copper off this belt. So I think we do, instead of this, like, I don't think I need anything topping up there at this point. But I think I can... I mean, how am I gonna... I guess the answer here is I'm gonna make it... Put priority that side. I'm gonna make this worse rather than better, because that also seems like a thing I do. If this goes here, then I can... Like, if this still goes up at priority right, yeah, sure. This is fine. So all of this, yeah, and then let's also make sure that, so this is only going to be copper. This is going to feed copper onto both sides of this belt. This balancer here kind of doesn't matter. Then everything else, yeah, this should unblock everything, which should be fine. And then I changed around the steel, didn't I? I did, but not in a manner that actually got me a full steel belt. Because I actually want... I mean, there's still... Okay, whatever. Full steel belt is going, that's fine. Copper is... Doesn't matter that the copper isn't running. What matters is that this doesn't back up. So that problem is solved. Give me, yeah, get rid of all of these things, because, you know, whatever. Yeah, that was less about actually making... Less about getting more stuff and more about making the copper flow so that this didn't back up. And it turns out that this whole situation over here we don't actually have to deal with quite yet. And so this is going to get us more coal, which is good, because it means that then this will make us more plastic, which is good, because it means that this will then make us more red chips, which is good, because it'll mean that then we'll take more copper from here, so more copper will flow and everything will get unblocked, and all of that will be pleasant and nice. Yeah, this having this on double siding this would actually be maybe worthwhile. So let's, because currently anything taking it off the right hand side here is taking from this buffer, whereas if I did something like if I do this, then all of these guys will be able to unload onto either side, and this belt will be full as everything moves through. And yeah, so that's that kind of sorted, I guess. Let's call it sorted. The next thing I wanted to do was just make sure that I can set up some of this stuff. Yeah, because the next thing, that's all of that, as much of that as I wanted to do at the moment. I wanted to unblock this thing so the rest of this can still work and still go and do all of these things. And so we've now got, you know, all of the other junk filtering through. We've got solid lanes of iron doing whatever that are still kind of blocked because we're not doing anything, but we can deal with that in the moment. We've got stuff coming off this drain, which is fine. We've got stone building up here, which is something I might need. Like, I'm still... Oh yeah, because I'm not getting a whole lot of stone through here, which is also why the military science is kind of sad. But I do have 700 that there, so that I could actually go. But did I actually finish this thing? I did not, and that'll be a little bit helpful. So we'll do that, then we'll go back to the mining productivity, which isn't even, like, this isn't even the most important purple and yellow tech. This is, like, probably the most important thing is going to be this. But the thing is, I don't actually have, this one I was researching because it's slow, and my production is not at a point where that's super relevant yet. Whereas we kind of need to get more LDS being made before we're, like, adequately researching that. But whatever, we'll do that for a while. I wanted to set up, yeah, if I'm upgrading this mixed build, and the next thing I'm going to be doing is upgrading this mixed build, the things I need include, yeah, some amount of steel. I need some way to recycle all of the assemblers and yellow belt and things like that, hopefully through the mall, so that I can, yeah, so that I don't just put all this junk in my storage. That being said, I also don't have all the things I currently need, possibly because I'm making, you know, stacks of radar turrets. I still need just a lot of steel, because I need steel chests. Okay, fine, I guess we're just doing this kind of business. Yeah, give me some of these, give me some of these green chips, and then we can make, 3 is not really enough, is it? Do I have any of these in storage? I've got 5 of them in storage somewhere, or whatever. Yeah, basically we want recycling capacity. We want to be able to have these ones, and then also these ones be, where am I? Yeah, be things that bots can return things to, and also set these to be their logistic filters, and then have these guys run if I have less than, say, not that, this one, if I have less than, say, 600 belt. 600. So now I've got a place for that stuff to go, and that's going to be fine. And then we're going to do a similar thing here. We're going to connect these guys up. This is going to go if these guys are less than 300. 300. And then this needs to be unlimited and a logistics filter. And the other thing I want to check is that I don't, yeah, belt that's in here and random inserters that are in here are going to give me problems, because they won't get recycled back to the places they need to be. So I think, I mean, that all looks good at this point. I think that's okay. And I have 50 of these steel furnaces and we'll need more, because I think the next thing we're doing, and we're just going to run over there, is a bunch of upgrade planet work. Actually, how many of these? Yeah, give me all of these, because you are going to need to do more of these as well. Oh yeah. Sure. Let's just pretend that this kind of, I mean, I think I'm going to get around to. Oh wait, I've got solar panels as well. Why do I want solar panels? And I've got steel and copper in my inventory, and I've got batteries. All this just, you know, junk. Sure. Yeah, this mall is being asked to do a lot more than it usually does on a 1 rocket run. So we're gonna have to. Actually, I'm gonna need more flamethrowers. This is going to put, yeah, a much larger strain on the steel than it usually experiences, because I'm making solar panels, I'm making lasers, I'm making flamethrower turrets, I'm then making all this other stuff as well. Sure, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna go and do a bunch of upgrade planet work and see if we can get more out of the mixed build, because yeah, I've got a lot of these as well. Decent amount of LES rolling off the belt, which is nice, because yellow science was a thing that I wanted. These guys have got, yeah, it's fine. All that's fine. That's actually the thing. Yeah, all of those are completely fine. And then it's just not having steel, which is going to be one of the things to address. So yeah, upgrade planet time. Do I want to start in the middle, or do I want to start in one end? I think the first thing to do is, because the other thing that struck me is, yeah, there we go, we got some bullet damage. I'm not using even amounts of this iron versus this copper, and I'm also not getting all of this off the belt because of the way this limits to me to basically less than 1 belt of copper, because it's like nominally 1 belt coming off the train, but then there's also all the other products that also turn up off the train, so we've got less than that. Why are you guys are out of repair packs? I'm not going to care about that yet. Cool, good job. So I think the first thing to happen is I'm going to need, this is going to be a lot of upgrade planner work. I think you were warned about that. We want to upgrade all the yellow things to their red counterparts. And I'm not recycling splitters yet, am I? Like, I don't think I need to worry about upgrading the inserters. I think these guys will still just spit out a belt of stuff fine, and then actually these ones don't matter either. So maybe I do this. That's deletion planner. What did the upgrade planner? Ghosts, item on ground, beacon. I think we're done with needing those things at the moment. I think at this point it's going to be just upgrade planner work. So I don't think I need to upgrade all of this to red belt, but I do want to upgrade like a decent chunk of it. This is going to muck around with. It's going to muck around with like the balance of the things coming out of these carriages, but also whatever. As long as these belts are full, I'm still kind of fine with it. I don't want to upgrade. I mean, I could upgrade the bit that's right next to the little fuel line by the trains, but it also kind of doesn't matter. So we're gonna do this kind of stuff, and then everything in here does in fact want to be upgraded to red belt. So I guess we just go how far? Even to here. Let's just swipe all of this into red belt, except I guess for this stuff, because that's just offcuts anyway. So all of that can be red belt. Bots have got a lot to do. Then yeah, I think I got halfway through thinking about this and then failed to explain the rest of it. Is that I'm getting less than a red belt of this stuff through. Actually, these middle bits don't actually need to be red belt. How careful am I being with this? I don't actually think I'm going to be that careful at all. I think we're just going to go. I've again not explained the thing that I wanted to explain, which was I think I'm going to manage this never managing to be this stuff over here is never going to manage to be a full belt of stuff, because I'm not quite getting a full belt of stuff out of the train, because there's always the offcuts. And I think the way I'm going to deal with that is by never actually fully upgrading all of these to stone furnaces, which is cool because I've also got a lot more of these things to deal with, and I don't actually know if I've got enough of those furnaces, but this will mean that I'll just have fewer. Like, I won't upgrade all of these furnaces. Do I need to upgrade? I think I might need to upgrade some of these inserters to fast inserters as well if I'm trying to grab things off faster moving belts. So now we've got to do kind of a bit of surgery. Something like this probably wants to happen in all of these places, but quite crucially not here. That's okay. So we're not going to fully build out the iron lane, because running this into here is just awful and bad, and it's going to mess up a lot of things, so we're not going to do that. We will then grab, I guess, all of this stuff. All of this stuff needs to be upgrade planned as well, and we're just going to, mixed builds get copy and pasted. They like that kind of thing. These guys need to disappear, and then yeah, sure. And then over, where does this one goes here? Yeah, and then sure, like that. Am I? Yeah, I think we're planning on on putting all of this in at the same time, aren't we? So, and by that I mean extending this mixed build for another 2 lanes at the same time. Have these guys got all their upgrades? Yeah, all these guys are red belt now, and they are blocked on. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that's so silly of me. Whatever. I can't do this output lane until these input lanes are done, and if I put in these, and I can't even put in the stations really until all of this stuff is kind of out of the way, but whatever. We're gonna go, we're gonna go grab all of this stuff, and we might end up with some trains in some places they probably shouldn't be, but we're gonna have to do this from map view as well, and line all this stuff up. Like, I only got 3 stations. Oh, I guess I've got, yeah, this is 2 stations at once. Yeah, so like 1 there and then 1 here, and let's just check what we accidentally blasted when we did that, and the answer is nothing. It's going to be fine, but we actually want to make some of these inaccessible so that no trains accidentally turn up in these stations, and then this radar we're not going to need because we've got 1. We don't have 1 over here. I was expecting the radar to be radar over there. Okay, whatever. And then part of the reason I was doing this was to figure out how far I needed to landfill, and I do in fact need to landfill all the way out to where the station is, which is like, that's a, I mean, it's not a huge amount of landfill. It's a fairly large amount of landfill when the only options I've got include pulling stone off, where is it? Off that belt? Not off that belt, just pulling landfill off this belt, because these guys are, actually, let's get rid of the ones that aren't working so we can see how much is left. Yeah, when it's problematic getting the amount of stone that I want out, because it's only ever mixed with other things and there are no pure stone patches that I can just go and mine, yeah, like 1,200 landfill is not a whole lot if I'm trying to landfill all of... It's kind of going to work, isn't it? Because the other size of pattern we want is going to be 1 of those there, and then a second 1 of these here. Like, that's how far we have to landfill. So I guess let's get on that as well, I guess. And I could be more careful about exactly how much I'm landfilling and not spending all the landfill I don't have, but I'm not going to, as it turns out. We're just gonna blast all of that and then build over it later. Bots are going to have lots of jobs though, which is nice. Bots are not going to have enough landfill though, so they're just going to deal with that for a while. Whatever, we got other things to upgrade, yeah, because we don't actually have all of these furnaces. But the other thing we need to do is, yeah, we got to do more upgrade surgery. Do all of these things, all of these ones can stay as normal inserters? Actually, probably not. These ones can, but these middle ones are going to need to be fast inserters because everything else is going to get upgraded. I did want basically everything here. Yeah, everything here is going to get upgraded, which means that the easy way to do that, to give bots a lot more jobs, is to go upgrade from 2 to 3. We're already getting normals upgraded to fasts. If we've got any fast inserters, they probably need to be stack inserters, and I'm looking at mostly these bits between the cogs and chips. In fact, I might need more inserters in here. Interesting open question as to whether or not the long-headed inserters will keep up once we start beaconing all of this, but we're going to worry about that later. What we're going to do now is that everything that I want to be... I think that's everything that I want to be upgraded, and we're just going to swipe it over this entire section of the mixed build. Sure, that's going to give bots more things to do, which is cool. Yeah, all those things are getting upgraded. These things are getting, yeah, some of those didn't need to be fast inserters, like these ones here definitely didn't need to be fast inserters, but also we're just getting bots to do things. Yeah, because I still need, actually, yeah, I'm going to need a bunch more of those furnaces, which is cool. Let's also just make a bunch of walls so that this can continue. Make a bunch of furnaces. Because I'm going to need more furnaces out of here, and I don't know exactly how many, but I do need, I mean, maybe we worry about this later, but I've got at least some of this to red belt, right? I've got red belt to here. Okay, so this will actually upgrade all of the inserters as well, which is kind of the plan. This will upgrade many of the furnaces. How many is that in total? This will actually give us 8 and 6, that's 14, which is slightly more than half a belt, which is fine. Then if these things are always yellow, and these things are actually unpowered, so that's cool. And we'll just copy and paste all that later, whatever. Like, I hope I have enough red belt for all of this to happen. But yeah, this internal bit is now upgraded to red belt. The thing I was going to do is make sure these guys get every opportunity to get all of the stuff that they want. But I think I'm going to copy and paste that later as well, because there's other stuff that also wants to come out. In particular, this thing here that filters out the iron. Now that I'm upgrading this to red belt, it will actually be a whole lot easier to get belts through here to extract these outputs, which is nice. So we're going to do that. We're going to worry about that later. The first thing to do is to do the same upgrade planary stuff on, first of all, everything on the inside here, because we've got to get all that stuff out. But then also all of these things, because we want more steel. And these are going to be fast inserters because they're going to be trying to pull stuff off a red belt. So let's go and do that everywhere, I guess. Not the one that's incorrect, just that one, and then also this one. And the other advantage of doing this with a custom upgrade planner that has specifically the upgrades I want is that I don't have to worry about dragging this over things that are already red belt and converting them up to blue belt that I don't have yet. That would be a waste, and also a continuing mess. I mean, as opposed to the continuing mess that is already the rest of the space. Oh yeah, I put this chest over here because I wanted to be able to give these guys all of these furnaces so that the rest of those furnaces could get built, which is a big deal. These guys are still on yellow belt and it's probably fine, but I think I want to upgrade. I don't know exactly how many of these. Let's do some of those as upgrades. Like another 4 in the copper column. Why not? I mean, the answer is because I don't have them, but other than that, other than the fact that it won't work, why not? So this is going to give us more copper smelting. Do we actually have... Oh, we don't have all of the red splitters. Am I just short on... I should have made a lot of red splitters, but then again, I did request a lot of red splitters, because there's all these red splitters through here as well, so I suspect that, yeah, we're going to have to go back to the mall, see what we need to build. It's probably going to be a lot of stuff. It's a lot of landfill. Oh, wait. Other things that I need to do. The landfill that's over here in these boxes currently isn't exposed to the network. And we'll just wait for... Okay, we're not going to wait for that train. These 3 boxes of landfill down here are things I actually want to tap. And they're currently not in the network. And now they are. So bots will be able to do the rest of that landfilling, which is going to be pretty important. All these bots, they're down to needing jobs again. All these guys flying down here, but it's fine because we've got the Roboport coverage. Walls getting hit. Yeah, decent number of bigs turning up now. Some mirror biters, some ceramic biters immune to either fire or laser, but not both, and I've got both, so there's something for everyone, and then everyone dies, and this thing is only recording 944 items in these 4 chests, so it's not worth the station turning on to drag everything back yet, but, you know, that's all fine. All of this stuff, oh yeah, that was the other thing about this, wasn't it? This was where I was going to have the other train turn up to put more stone into this thing, because I don't think, yeah, the way this thing is, I mean, I need more steel as well. But this train I made longer. Like, this train is over here, is another distinct length of train that is actually 6 long, double-sided, instead of 2 long, double-sided, so it's not going to fit. But at least everything here is... nothing is backed up at this point, or at least the things that are backed up are... like, the copper that's a pure source is backed up in the way that it's supposed to. The iron and the coal are backed up into their respective trains, which is the way that things should work. And barely any stone is coming through, which is, I think, a thing I think I expected. But probably all of this is still pretty bad, and is just waiting on your stuff. I need to get this more steel and more LDS, but we're kind of working on it. What I do need to do, especially, is have all of these things be upgraded. I think all of the assemblers that I wanted have actually been upgraded, which is a big deal, because it means I can wander over here, grab some number of these. It's going to be, is this even enough? I don't know if this is enough. We just want all these moduled harder. This is also going to be one of the other things that changes the balance somewhat, in that we're not going to be producing as many... yeah, we're not going to be consuming as many of the lower tier items for each of the higher tier items, because every intermediate step is going to be productivity moduled a bit harder. And this is also why we built a lot more gas in the previous episode, because, you know what, I think we're just going to get rid of this stuff, because we're going to put it all back later, and an upgraded version. Mostly we were just doing this to figure out, and like, there were no items in that, so it's fine. We're just doing this to figure out how far we needed to build... yeah, how far we needed to landfill. And the answer is, like, 2 more tiles? I think it was only 1 more tile, but I'm going to do 2 more tiles. Okay, right to the end of this, sure. A little bit out of range. That's fine, isn't it? I actually don't remember... it might have actually had to be 1 further because of these 2 smelting lines, wasn't it? Let's see if this is actually going to be... it's going to be here, and yeah, we actually need to go 1 further again, at least as far as the smelting. Okay, so we can do that in except I'm going to need even more. Yeah, let's do that, and then I'm going to need even more down here to get this belt of stuff in. And then should actually, you know, get all of that contiguous, and then we'll just hack this. I think we're having a, yeah, it looks a lot like we're going to have a couple of temporary ones, just to get all of the landfill done that we need to, and then also this needs to not be there. And yeah, then we need to get back to the other fairly important business of... so most of these upgrades have happened. I am still gated by splitters, so that's a thing that I should go back to the mall to fix, and then not having all of the steel furnaces that I need. So I think what we're going to do about that, take a lot of brick, realize I don't have any assemblers with me, but that's fine because the bots can bring me some, and then yeah, just do a nasty thing. This is not going to stay here for long, he said. I'm completely unaware of how long it was actually going to stay for. Yeah, you can destroy a thing. Good luck. I don't even know how many steel furnaces we want, but we want probably a lot, probably quite a few. You don't want all of that steel. I mean, I guess you're now just going to deprive purple of the steel, sure. But at this point, wait, did I put all the? I did not put all the prod mods in. Do I have? I ran down quite a number of prod mods, so we'll get some more prod mods, which is fine because we've got a lot of them now because we're making more of them. Making more of them at an increased rate. These things wanted more prod mods because they can have prod mods. Those ones got all the prod mods they wanted. These ones got all the prod mods they wanted. This should also increase the rate that we're making LDS somewhat. Okay, so all of those guys got everything they needed. Beacons I could worry about, but I'm not going to worry about yet. I just need to make more undergrounds, and then I also need to make sure that everything coming through the middle here, I think I actually got almost all of the upgrades that I needed to. Like, we've got red belt through the middle, we've got more smelting, we just need the splitters, and then we also need this thing to build all of the things it will, but then they're going to go into the places that they need to be, and then we might even get some stone furnaces back. So we might not need to make all that many more stone furnaces, which is good. This disaster is backed up again, which is a thing I suppose I'm happy with. Sure. I guess. Is that true? Is that not true? I've got enough stack inserters for a moment, so you can just go back to, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the ground now, isn't there? That feels pretty bad. Yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff on the ground. Yeah, this is gonna like deplete the steel even more, but whatever. Somewhere over here I've got, okay, a lot of things, and then I need these guys to, fortunately this entire thing is doing all the steel it can now, because I need a lot of steel at this point. This guy's actually set back to, yeah, like 54 beacons, sure, whatever, 57, 50, come on, 57 beacons, whatever, and then a lot of those things, whatever. These guys are, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's go and do the things that we needed to do, which involved making more red undergrounds and red splitters. So this guy got 4 stacks, which is cool. Give me 3.5 of those stacks. You can have all of those, and you are now making, I don't think I need that much red belt anymore, because I've done, I mean, if I've got all this red belt here, then I've done all the upgrades that really depended on red belt. But I do need undergrounds, for which this guy is doing everything that it should. Let's give you 4 stacks of, actually this is, was I even recycling those? Do I have somewhere over here with a huge number of undergrounds? Kind of. I'll sort that out later as well. For now, you just have all of those, and just get going making more red undergrounds, because if you get more red undergrounds, like there's all the landfill that this doesn't have, which is a bit of an issue because this guy's blasted all its landfill, and I'm still 600 landfill short, and then I need train stations and medium power poles, and I need steel for that. Medium power poles, I thought I had. I mean, it's not a thing I've automated, because, you know, of course not, but I thought I had a lot of those, and apparently I don't. So let's just keep going with this kind of nonsense, and then let's take these prod mods down to the purple science, because I'd rather have them kind of through that sushi rather than in, is that gonna, yeah, it's not gonna completely fill it up, which is necessary. Completely filling things up like that is bad. Let's also get my handcrafting queue going. Yeah, we can have another 700 lodge spots. Yeah, 700 is a decent number of lodge spots, isn't it? That's a thing that's worth doing with A, my crafting time, and B, all of these drone frames that are just floating around. Sure. Okay. So that's dealt with some number of red chips, and then all of this is working again, and the blue science is still backed up, but that's fine. this is still not processing barely anything, which is a shame. I was kind of hoping that... Yeah, I'm still waiting on upgrading some of these undergrounds. This didn't need to be upgraded, but whatever. And I'm still not pulling enough stuff off these belts because these splitters here, I need all of these splitters to be replaced with. Yeah, like this is one that looks like, oh no, the output one hasn't, but that's fine. Is this still at least... This is sometimes running as a full red belt, and this is red belt all the way through. Why transport belt? Ah, okay. So there is a narrow corridor. Oh yeah, because I upgraded the copper. I upgraded the iron one when I upgraded these guys, but I haven't upgraded the copper one. So all of this is normal speed belt, which is incorrect. Completely incorrect. This one needs to be fast so that I can get more of this copper out. But I'm pretty sure I still had a couple of 100 bits of copper doing all of that, so that's fine. Let's also run back over here. Yeah, trains seem like they're fine. By fine I mean not hitting me. Do I want that many steel furnaces? Yes, because some of these are still getting upgraded in ways that don't be fine. The thing I did want to do was make landfill out of some amount of this, wasn't it? How much landfill do I want here? And where can I... Yeah, this is a disaster, so we're going to do this. So doing landfill... yeah, we can actually do it like that. Whatever. This will never actually be unhappy because all of this is getting pushed off here anyway. Get me the rest of this and just make a bunch of wall that I can take back to the military science. But the idea here is I still don't have any assemblers. Fine. We're gonna have this guy make landfill. It's gonna take stone after the bricks take stone, which is fine, and then it's going to end up here. And we're going to have some more landfill made from the stone that's coming off here, which is currently debuffering, which is good because we got a lot of stone. And actually, these guys are also buffering. I'm okay. So I'm getting through that at the rate that it needs to, so that's fine. Things I need are, oh yeah, train stations and all the splitters that I just made, and then medium power poles. So you have a bunch of these Logibots, because whatever, I'm making more of them, it'll be fine. This wants to make landfill, and then this landfill, I think I'm actually, yeah, let's just make 2 stacks of landfill, which is significantly less than I need, but also, as soon as I make this landfill, these bots are going to be dropping this landfill over here anyway. So that's almost, yeah, I mean, I still just need the rest of the stuff. Oh, and these guys need all their red splitters as well. Okay, sure. How did these guys get, oh yeah, because these guys are, yeah, those are the power poles. Okay, fine. So what even is the next thing that we automate? Let's actually check that we're not on the rail line. Yeah, I don't think I was, but whatever. Check that we're actually pushing everything through that we need to, and the answer is, in some places, I'm still... This must be limited by a splitter still, right? No, this is red. This is red here. This should be maybe okay. So this is only just got a splitter and it's only just kicking up to speed, but that's okay. This is okay. I did want to somehow get more iron out, which is, I think, I've got a couple of options actually, don't I? I could either have more green chips coming out here. Actually, are you guys coils limited at all? Because I did have, and I guess we're just going to go and do this, I did have the plan to have more fast inserters between the assemblers. And we're just going to go and do that because these are going to get beacons at some point anyway, so that's fine. Plastic is doing a thing, short of coils. This is possibly just a train supply thing. Now you've got all the copper you need. Okay, so I guess it was just catching up gear, because these guys are not getting all the copper they need. And as soon as I get all of the splitters, I should have all the copper that I need. I do want to pull out surplus iron, because the thing is, this belt is still not fully flowing. But I don't think I can snake. I don't really want to snake extra iron through here. These things are starting to back up, which is fine, because we're going to increase the capacity further later or further now with beacons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 beacons in each of 6 mixed builds, really. Is 70 something mixed builds, about 72 beacons, which I think is almost exactly the number of beacons that I have available. So maybe we do that after all this landfill goes in. We still want another radar. Where's a radar that I can queue? I thought of the radars in some of these train stations. Oh, we've got multiple radars over there. Sure, whatever. 57 items taking damage is more items than I was expected to be taking damage, and it's just these guys being fine. Although I don't have repair packs, but I'm pretty sure that the network here does have walls. Yeah, it's got a bunch of walls that can put in there. That's fine. It's actually got the medium power poles that are doing a thing again. Okay, so. Yeah, and then this is more like the pollution cloud that I was kind of expecting. Like this is getting, how many? We're on like, we're now on 8 red belts of material out of these 2 mining patches, and the drills will manage this. Okay, this one has already blasted the resources that it had, so that's fun. This is all going to have to get moved again and somehow overlapping with the station, which is going to be a little bit of a pain. But whatever, not going to deal with that now. What was I doing? Did we get... Okay, so all of those splitters got built in the necessary way, which was nice. I was thinking about getting surplus iron out, but I was getting surplus iron out here? This is only ever going to... It's not going to get me a lot of iron out, is it? But I think I'm okay with that, because... Yeah, I think I'm okay with that because it'll get me basically the surplus of the productivity bonus. Like, even if this half red belt is full, I'll be using less than that of this iron belt, because some of it will be... Yeah, this won't be fully flowing, and what's it, 16%? So something less than 16% will be the extra iron I'll be able to access here, because this is limited to half a belt, but I'm using less than half a belt. And it would be nice to get some more of it out of here, but this is already such a mess that I don't really want to try and thread anything new through. I mean, I guess I could belt braid it through here? I don't really want to, though. Is that true? No, I absolutely want to. That sounds like a hilarious time. Let's belt braid. Let's get rid of some of these Logibots, even though I'm not actually doing anything with the Logibots at the moment. Sounds like a hilarious time. Let's get all the extra iron out by belt braiding. Yeah, by belt braiding. Doesn't quite fit. Needs to go to here. Okay. That's still fine, because I don't need this area anyway, do I? This can go like so, and then this can go here and then back underground, and then do I actually? I don't actually have. I can handcraft these things, whatever. Yeah, let's have a red splitter here. Can I mean, I've got, what do I have, two of these? Oh, yeah, okay. So, the less I have to move this around, the better. But also, if I push this over this side, then this belt, yeah, so this is all far more rearranging than I like. I don't even need to go, yeah, I don't even need to do that at this point. Where is that red splitter that sure, whatever. Because now we can just do, that's gonna need to be there, yeah, because this can now just wander through here like so, and then this can wander here like so, and if I have one of these things here, and then I would like this to be built. Do you have that surplus? I'm still missing train stations. Yeah, missing train stations and power poles, whatever. How many of those splitters am I missing then? I mean, I'm not missing splitters, I'm missing landfill and train stations. Okay, fine. You have some number of train stations, and I will attempt to remember. Yeah, this is a better way of doing things. I can have some number of train stations just down here in this box. That's a better way of not forgetting about things. Yeah, because this wants to go right, or at least on the right. Because now this can also just jump through. If this just jumps through the copper build like so, then other than the fact that this is in the way, I've got a belt of overflow iron here, which is cool, because this is extra iron that I'm getting for free, and then I can get coal from somewhere. Maybe I get coal from here. There's already, I mean, I could also get coal from here, but this is already a bit of a messy feed, but whatever. And we're going to do, yeah, so what do we need to do to make this work? This needs to disappear, and then that much of each of the stuff, isn't it? This is not really the way I wanted to be moving the mixed build around, but I will. All that stuff needs to disappear, and then, yeah, then with all of that stuff done and the mixed build broken, I can take this much of the thing and put it back here, and that did what I needed to do. Yeah, sure. And so now, when all of these things get built, this little shimmy means that this entire construction is vastly unstable with respect to the upgrade planner, but other than that, I'll also have a way of still pushing all the iron through the build that I need, making steel, getting an iron overflow over here with which to make more steel. And do I just run that up here? Like, what even is, like, this wall thing? I don't think I need all that much wall. Yeah, all the wall goes over there, all these train stations, I mean, I don't need the train stations there, the bots already took the train stations that they needed. Can I have another steel line up here? Because the thing is, I mean, maybe, but I do need to get the stone off here as well, which is gonna, like, leave me feeling a little bit bad. These guys are, yeah, this guy's only working on the stone that it gets through this furnace, which is fine. Oh wait, this is reasonably important. I kind of need, yeah, I kind of need to upgrade all these as well, because I have doubled the amount of junk falling out, but I have not doubled my throughput of, like, I have not doubled, actually some of these don't need to be, I have not doubled the rate at which I am processing byproducts. So this is all transport belt. Yeah, I can use this thing again, because I've got, so probably that much and probably that much, and this should help me get, yeah, gotta get rid of that uranium. Sure. Why is this? Oh, this is blocked. Yeah, because precisely because of that uranium. Sure. So I've got. I mean, I do have a coal belt here. I can also. Yeah, let's just do that. Instead of trying to figure out where I'm gonna smelt steel, we're just gonna do. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Because now we can continue to do this. And we're gonna end up with a coal feed over here, which is nice. And this should probably be quite a robust coal feed, because we have this coal coming from the miners supporting all of this as well. And the other thing I was wondering about is, are these stack inserters going to keep up with the rate I am making coal for plastic? And the answer is, actually I need these other power poles reasonably urgently. Okay. How and where am I doing this? Shall I just do this? Yeah, I mean, there's already a steel line here, so I can just run this. Like, do I even... Yeah, I don't even think I want to bring this up here. I think I want this to go like so, and this to go like so, and then I can have one of the red splitters, of which I have several, because I mean, I can upgrade this part to as much of a red belt of whatever as I like. So the fact that I mean, this here is only... Like, this is only a half belt of copper that I'm turning, a half yellow belt of copper that I'm thinking about turning into steel. But I can just do... That's going to be 12, right? And this isn't 12, this is actually 8. So let's do... Okay, I wonder if there's a section that's actually well organized, because none of that looks well organized. That's not well organized. I mean, I just want one section. Yeah, here's what I want. This thing here, where the inserters line up nice, the smelters line up nice, and we can just go, hey, look at that. Here's... Let's leave ourselves a bit of space. Here's another 12 steel furnaces of making me steel. So that's nice. I still think I want to do all of that differently, but whatever. In fact, do I even want to use stone furnaces for that? The answer to that is no. What I really want to do is grab some of this steel and start making the things that I needed. Yeah, like all of this I don't plan on existing much further. I think, yeah, that's a large number of those things. Yeah, you just have all of these. Hopefully all of those go to where they need to. The landfill situation is still dodgy. This I can't really fix this belt here until the rest of this landfill situation is addressed, but sure. These guys still need the rest of the poles, which is why I'm handcrafting them, and my red chips buffer is nearly full in a way that's a bit of an issue. But is it really? Oh, my this fuel buffer is empty in a way that's kind of interesting. Even during... Is it during the day? It is during the day. Why is... Okay, because we got... Do I not have enough light oil? That's got light oil. These guys are all... This one is the overflow anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. These ones are all the overflow. Okay. That's the rate at which I am making solid fuel. So, I mean, my power grid is probably still fine. After I've moduled... Yeah, so the assembler 3s have a much bigger electricity profile, and so now that I've got everything... Now that I've got all of those things kicking up, I'm using my entire solar grid and starting to lean on the steam engines on the break in sort of the nighttime as well, which I think is fine. The thing I decided I wanted to do, especially is, I've got a lot of prod mods, I've got a lot of blue chips, I've got a lot of red chips. The thing we're gonna do is, can I do something just nasty? And the answer looks like it's going to be yes. Is this a good idea? I don't think so. Am I doing it anyway? Absolutely. So, in fact, I mean, you can even put this here, right? And then I can do... I can't do it... I can't have 4 in a row there, because this needs to go like this to make sure these are on the inside. But I can still absolutely do something like that and get a lot of red and blue chips in the same place. And then prod mods can, because the thing I'm planning on doing, I mean, I guess we line this up first and figure out where the rest of it goes, but like, why not right here? Why not make a bunch of prod mod 2s right here? What am I going to need? I'm going to need a belt in of, how do I want to line this up? Let's do this like this. Sure. Let's pretend that here is a fine place for this belt of stuff. Sure. And then let's also pretend that that's not really what I wanted, is it? Whatever, I guess we're doing all that differently. Yeah, and then we can still just do, like, is there anything else coming out of this build that I need to buffer? I don't think there is. I mean, I'm still not doing anything with the steel that I'm putting in here, and that's all, like, it's quarter of the way towards needing to do some better plan. But if I have, how many of these can I fit is kind of the question. If I do this kind of nonsense, and I have these things making prod 2s, and I have some power grid. Does this connect? It does actually connect, it's there. So that's nice. And then I could even have these things underground so I could beacon these harder, because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit. Yeah, the train line is kind of in the way, but whatever. So maybe that does mean, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that yet. We're just going to make a lot of these. Yeah, I can make that many of them. This is some nice spaghetti that will make these things more difficult to work around later. And we're going to do some module upgrades. And we're gonna do something with the rest of the tier 1 modules that we're making, all of these red and blue chips of which we've cached large numbers. We're just going to start blasting this a lot harder. And then the thing we're going to do with that is, do I still want, don't think I want any of these things in this upgrade planner anymore. We're going to go from module 1s to module 2s, and the places we want to do that are, I mean, the highest priority ones are probably these guys and these guys, and I don't even care that much about who gets what. Just go and do all of those things. And then also, like, my factory is going to be working on this for a while. The blue chips are also a big deal, so we're just going to get those things upgraded as well. And yeah, are we at least getting, so copper is stopping here for all of these things, which is nice. The steel needs to go somewhere. These guys are, I mean, things are blinking occasionally, but it's probably fine. This LDS could go faster, but we're not going to bother with it. We're getting a decent amount of stuff out. Let's just make sure that this is red belt as well. And yeah, then there's all of, I think, at least up to, let's not use, oh, I took the, yeah, I took the thing, oh, grumble. Okay, regular upgrade planner. At least up to the steel and the red chips, I think is going to need to be red belt. And then we'll have taken enough stuff off that this can probably be just yellow belt. But we're still going to have, yeah, a decent number of these things being made, which is great. At some point we'll be able to upgrade those. Like, I haven't done a recycling system for the prod ones yet. The prod ones are just ending up in general storage, aren't they? Isn't that a bit of a disaster? Should I be concerned about that? Okay, let's unpack the rest of this steel in just like the simplest way, and we'll thread it in here so that the stuff from the mixed build gets priority, and in fact this buffer will never fill because the buffer will fit here instead, so that's nice. Waiting on modules, waiting on poles. I did make some more poles. Okay. And then get rid of all of those, and bots can pick them up and put them somewhere else, which is fine. And yeah, so all the steel is coming out. Oh, I did actually want some steel. I wanted some steel to be able to make more of these things, and then I needed more copper, which conveniently I have on this belt here. Yeah, so we can make some more of those. Yeah, my inventory is still a mess. I don't think I'm going to worry about that yet. You can go in there. This has got stuff. This has got... Yeah, so we're going to take a bunch of this wall. What even... I think this is pretty much done with the episode. I think, like, we're making gas here, which is fine. This also... Like, how is this petrochem here is still doing pretty fine. The light oil into power grid situation is interesting, but I think that means I'm using all the fuel I had, and actually I'm running down the steam that I had. I'm running down all of that steam, and even during the day. So, thing I want to do is figure out where more solar goes, and I don't remember how much cliff explosives I have, but whatever. Something about this is slightly off, but we're going to put more solar here, not there, there. And some of that's not going to fit, but it's fine. Then we've got to put even more solar in, right? And then I should be able to build out to this position. But I don't really want to get rid of both of these big power poles at once. But I should be able to go... Yeah, this is the one that's in the middle, and then the solar blueprint goes... Some amount of that I will be able to build. And then I need more landfill if I'm doing that, but also... Oh, can I get more solar in the bottom there? Is that... but the power poles don't fit, so doesn't quite work. Should I be worried about any of these things? The answer to that is no. Yeah, so taking these guys' repair packs is something I'll do in between. Figuring out where solar goes, because I'm going to need a lot more solar, because my power grid is also, about to die, because I'm just not putting... Like, the plan is these tanks should all be full, so that I can lean on this power grid during the nighttime, except that I don't have steam in these tanks that these things can lean on during the nighttime. I mean, some of these things have... Why are you not... Oh yeah, because you already ran dry. Yeah, I need to get more solar out so that the tanks can charge during the day. I've got... How much solar have I got? I've made another 300, which is not fantastic, but sure. I've got these guys. Is the steel getting all the way around here? Kind of no, but whatever. I still have the drone part, so I don't really care. That's fine. These guys are... I mean, if I was doing this sensibly, I would have upgraded some of this side to Prod 2s before the rest of it. Could have beaconed this differently. These guys are... This needs to be recharged as well. I've got a ton of yellow signs. Okay, so, yeah, this is going to be... We'll see how far we get through that between episodes, but I think we're going to leave it mostly here. We're going to let purple signs buffer, which probably depends on steel, but we are getting more steel through, and we're getting a decent number of these things running, so that's kicked off nicely. We've got enough LDS so that, yeah, about half of these things are running. We still need to wait for the rest of this landfill to happen. but it's nearly happened. And once that's done a thing, we'll be able to get rid of these guys and then copy another 2 mixed builds in, and then also shuffle this thing around. These guys still need more powerful, so I guess that's another thing I'm doing in between. And yeah, that's did we get more stuff done today? We have got more stuff done today. We've also got, I mean, I also suspect that these, yeah, I'm actually still buffering red chips, despite the fact that these things have gone in and are working nice and hard. I'm actually still just buffering red chips, which is a little bit of a concern, because I kind of wanted to be consuming everything so that nothing backed up, because things backing up is still a problem. That these guys need beacons. I don't think they need beacons, they're probably fine. But yeah, so we upgraded the mix build, we've like kind of doubled their capacity now. These things are also nicely backed up. Okay, so I can actually beacon those now, so maybe we do that. Maybe we do that in between? Maybe, whatever. I think we're just mostly pretty happy that, yeah, because these assemblers are faster, but also the prod mods will be slowing them down a bit, but also the plan was always to beacon those, which is why there's space in here anyway. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. This guy's actually full up. We're gonna have to do something about that next turn as well, which probably means that the one over here is, yeah, these guys are still okay. But the power grid is only just okay when the solar, like in the middle of the day when it's solar. So we might have next time an episode about fixing the power grid again, because that's going to continue to be a thing. But yeah, pretty good. What's all of these modules? Yeah, we're going to get more science out. We've got a lot of yellow science. We're probably now getting a lot of purple science because we've boosted that steel again. Yeah, and then yeah, occasional beeping. It's fine. Interesting. That's kind of an important detail. Yeah, because now all these mirror biters, well, now all these ceramic biters are having a fantastic time with themselves because the lasers don't have power. So let's actually, as a very last thing, go and fix that. We'll jump in here, we'll drive over here, and we'll just put the power poles in that the bots didn't quite have range on because they're 2 different logistic networks, because they're kind of deliberately 2 different logistic networks. So now the lasers happen, now these guys get shot, that's all fine. These guys still have a decent number of, they still have another 130 repair packs. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm not even blocking these trains because these trains have got the automated. Okay, this train is going to get called reasonably soon, and it also didn't stop the beeping because I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Things are fine. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff done, built a bunch of stuff. Research is happening faster. It's all fine.